गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. So you are meeting me for the first time, I am meeting you for the first time, but it doesn't matter. We are all children of the same God, as we say. And you are all studying yoga asanas and pranayam and all these exercises, and with Subhaji. And here today we'll try to explore some parts. We can't cover the whole Patanjali Yoga Sutra, but some parts of the Patanjali Yoga Sutra which are pertinent for ourselves as a seeker, as a one who wants to perfect himself, as a person who wants to take the yoga to its logical end. So before we delve into the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, let's see what does the word yoga mean. Yoga, the word yujyate, it comes from the original root word called yuj, and it means to unite. Correct? ये तो आपको सबको पता है. You know all this, that it means to unite. But the question remains, unity of what? Unity of what? Unity of you with the God? Unity of you with the infinite? Unity of you with the Paramatma? What is this unity? And therefore, there is opinion that the great people think, and all the great masters think. And what is that? That one absolute, that one Paramatma, that one reality, that one Brahman alone is, these are the different words. So the words are Paramatma in yoga, Brahman in Jnana Marg or Vedanta, and Bhagwan in Bhakti. All mean the same. So that Paramatma alone himself is manifesting as the whole creation. And that is his Leela. So just as the sun rays are not separate from the sun, the waves are not separate from the water, then what is the status of the waves? It is the play of waters with itself that is bringing about the waves. And have the waves ever been separate from water? Have the waves been? So for all practical purposes, you are touching the wave, tasting the wave, feeling the wave. You use the word wave in your mouth, but your experience is of the water, isn't it? If this point is clear, that wave is essentially nothing but water. It is a manifestation of the water, and then afterwards that manifestation dissolves itself. The form dissolves itself, but the water remains. There was nothing lost by water when the wave came about, and nothing is gained by water when the wave merges back into the water. Correct? So where is the question of union? I'm going to shake you a little bit. But then we'll go back into this. But understand, until unless we do not understand why we are studying what we are studying, then we are just beating about the bush. If you are studying your IT, or you are studying law, or you are studying whatever subjects you are taken or profession you are in, until you don't know what you are going to be, just पागलों की तरह blindly studying, Like we have, I'm coming from Melbourne, so we have one person. He has got 4 PhDs. He has done masters in about 5, 7 different faculties, but has never worked in his life. Not one. The husband is a businessman. She keeps making the money, and this lady, because she's bored, she keeps studying, and collecting certificate after certificate. But towards what end? Similarly, if we are doing yoga, pranayama, pratyahar, sadhana, karma, bhakti, gyan, but to what end? If we don't understand what is our end destination, if we are not clear about it, we will miss the mark. We can't just blindly shoot the arrow in the air and hope that it will reach its mark. You understand? So, in this manner, that everything in this creation is coming out of, just like every wave is coming out of the water and going back to water. This is one angle of approach. The other angle of approach is from the water's point of view, and that is nothing has come out and nothing has gone back. It's gone back. Water is complete. Third point of view, from the ocean's point of view. And what is that? Everything is my glory, everything is manifesting in me, and everything is unmanifesting back into me. I am complete in spite of the coming and going of the waves. Water doesn't have this view. Water says, I'm always, it doesn't say only anything because there is no duality. Speech comes where there is duality. Journey comes where there is two. So if we believe that we are a man, we are an individual, we are a soul, and we have to reach the Paramatma, then there is a journey. Correct? But if you believe, so what is that? That is man's attitude that I am separate to God and I need to become one with God. That will be the individual waves approach, that I need to go back to my source. Ocean's view will be what? All the manifestations are in me. All the manifestations of the waves are existing in me, and all the manifestation of the waves are going back into me. Nothing is added, nothing is subtracted. This is the second viewpoint. Third viewpoint, which is of the great masters, everything is already complete. Nothing is lacking. Nothing, there is nothing, nobody is short of anything. So question is, at any given moment, what do you think you are at this moment? You think of yourself as a man, a product who has popped up into this creation, not knowing where to go, and now like a fish out of water, looking for water so that I can go back and be complete? Or, and this choice each one of you has, including me. Second choice we have is, I take my attention away from my manhood, from my manifestation, and I keep thinking of the source which is called God, and see how the body that I have is nothing but that made out of the earth element, which is universal. The breath is the breath that I called as prana is nothing but a part of the total air. The fire that is within this system is nothing but a part of the total fire, and the space that I'm occupying, this body is occupying, is none other than the total space. So your attention, where is it going? It is going on the total. This is the second choice we have. And third choice we have is, I am already complete, I am already the pure consciousness, I am already the Paramatma Swarup. There is nothing lacking in me. And when I keep the third option, that is the Paramatma option or the God option, then the potential that is lurking within us, that will start unfolding. Because what is a man? Who is a man? Infinite consciousness crystallized into individuality is called man. Correct? See? So do you want to be a crystallized, just like a crystallized cube, ice cube, which is basically infinite waters, but expressing as a ice cube, and ice cube is unfit everywhere. It will keep it is never having smooth edges. It is never comfortable in any container. So are we an ice cube with rough edges? Touch me not, don't mess with me, speak to me properly, don't disturb my emotions, don't talk to me rudely, and there is, the list goes on. I like only this, I don't like that, I eat Karela but I don't eat bhindi. I like only these colors, I don't like other colors. I keep thinking about the past, I keep worrying about the future. These are all the ways by which the individual, who is essentially the manifestation of the divine, crystallizes himself or herself into a individual. So choice is ours. Many also think that infinite, that Paramatma, who is beyond yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha, that infinite reality which is beyond the words, which is beyond the mind. Meaning what? No word can illuminate the reality. Infinity is a word in our mouth, right? But have we ever seen infinity? We can only see horizon, but we cannot see infinity. Infinity has got no properties. We use Satchidananda, we use Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha, Mukta, Swarupa. Yeah? That the infinite is eternal, infinite is unborn, infinite is ever pure, infinite is of the nature of all knowledge, infinite. But how do you compare it with? What do you compare it with? There is no form, there is no attributes, there is no quality which you can associate with. Infinite has got no quality. So masters say that infinite reality, when it manifests, and what is that manifestation of infinite reality? We call it incarnation, isn't it? And who is that incarnation? We know the Dashavatar. We also know who is the other expression of infinity as avatar. All the saints and sages are the manifestation of that reality. Why they are manifestation of the reality? Because they have got no doubt about their own being. Rishi Munis or saints and sages, even today they are available, they have no doubt about their existence. Our feeling is, this laptop is existing, this phone is existing, this light is existing, this table is existing, this body is existing, because I can experience it. Only that which has a form has existence. This is where our mind is all the time. But that infinite is also existing. Our attention is on the wave as an existence. But our attention has to go, what is its source? What is the essence of the wave? Either it is the ocean or it is the waters. That is the true existence, which never comes and never goes. Wave comes and goes. So, our Yoga Sutras, as we go along, we will see that they help us to sort this out. this habit of crystallization, it is the various practices. Frankly speaking, I will not go into it. Next class, let's continue with this thought. And then, so if reality is without quality, without properties, without form, form will take it out, without qualities, without attributes, then stone also has got no quality, no attributes. So are both the same? Stone also is, if it has got no life expressing, and infinite, we cannot know it. So whether it is or it is not, we don't know. Are they both the same? No, it is said that it is the one. The infinite is the one which is lending its existence to the stone. It is lending its existence to the living world, the sentient world. It is living, lending its existence or expressing as the various devatas, etc., the various planes of existence as when you come to the third chapter of Patanjali Yoga Sutra, there it is told that all those things. And in this way, because it cannot be known, because it cannot be experienced, because it cannot be communicated with, because it cannot be thought, because it cannot be comprehended by our mind, then does anything like that exist? Is it lifeless? Stone is lifeless. But because that also cannot think, that cannot also do anything of these qualities. But is the infinite Paramatma, is he lifeless? No, 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 he is not lifeless. He is he is of the Satchidanand Swarup. And here it is told that we normally we look at various solutions in life. We want that we want to escape from the death, we want to escape from and bad and move towards the good. So Changdev Maharaj, some of you are from Maharashtra. So you heard of Changdev Maharaj. Changdev Maharaj lived for how many? 1400 years old. And after 1400 years of living and having in those 14 cycles of life, he did Kaya Kalp, and every time he rejuvenated his body, and in every new rejuvenation of his body, he practiced new way of approach of yoga. Suppose he began with karma, then he began with bhakti, then kriya, then kundalini, then aghori, then this and that, and karte, all the 14 yogas. And as a result, he had the knowledge of all the scriptures, of all the paths, and all the living things and living beings in the creation were in his presence, they were without any they were practicing ahimsa. The cat will not eat the rat, the dog will not run after the cat, the snake will not eat the frog. Everyone was at peace when that Changdev Maharaj was there. But when he heard about Jnandev Maharaj, Jnaneshwar Maharaj, that there is such a great master who has descended on the earth, and he was perplexed. How do I write? He wanted to write a letter. Now what letter do I write? Do I write Pujya Adarniya Jnaneshwar Maharaj ji? But he is younger than me. He is only 8-9 years old, and I am 1400 years old. The ego coming up. He was perplexed. Should I say that, my dear young beta, I am glad that you have doing such a great, but how they say he is such a great master, how can I say my beta? So what did that 1400-year-old sadhu or yogi, what did he do? He sent a blank sheet of paper to Jnaneshwar Maharaj as a letter. And when Jnaneshwar Maharaj saw his young sister, she said, he's a Kora Kagas. He doesn't know. After 1400 years, he has not gained anything in life because he doesn't know what to write also. But that great master, Jnaneshwar Maharaj, he said, no. It shows that he is ready to be filled up. You understand? He is ready to be filled up. So when we are in our life, when you are in this class, or when you are with Subhashji's class, or with any other satsang, are we an empty page? Or have we already come to conclusions about life, and now we want to see the yoga session or see the satsang session or listen to some satsang on the YouTube or any satsang that you may be visiting through the eyes that you have, concepts or conclusions that you have already cultivated within yourself. So first step is we need to be empty. Yoga helps us to be empty. But is emptiness the only answer? Is Nirodha only the answer? Chitta Vritti Nirodha iti yoga, isn't it? No, in not only there, after that another step comes, and that is tada drashtuhu swarupyavasthanam. We'll talk about it later. But here, yeah, so that 1400-year-old yogi came and was made the disciple of Muktabai. She was only 8 years old, 7 years old. To her, and she taught that 14-year-old how to be. Tell me what? How to be body disidentified. So 1400 years this yogi has lived. He has perfected the various asanas. He has perfected the various aspects of his mind. But he has not, body does not mean only physical body. What is body constituting? Annamaya kosh, Pranmaya kosh, Manomaya kosh, Vijnanmaya kosh, and Anandamaya kosh. So all these five together is called body. It is not only the physical body. See? And we have to be disidentified from all these five if we are seeking salvation. If we are seeking yoga, yoga means union, yoga means recognition that you are already complete. If you want to take that step, then you will not practice anything. If you take that step that I am already complete, but there is some error somewhere, so I need to fix it, then you do the whatever practices without forgetting the ultimate goal that you are already perfect. Water, the wave, if it thinks that I am a wave, it can never come to realize the water. But if the wave thinks as a sadhak that every masters are saying, scriptures are saying that I am water or I am the ocean, I don't realize it, but I must seek it. And then it works towards that as a goal. Maybe along the way it will lose its wavehood, waveness. That goal must be very clear. Body should not become the criteria. Breath should not become the criteria of perfection, because they can never become perfect. Body can never become perfect. Breath can never become perfect. Mind by nature, with thoughts, is not perfect. See? So in many thoughts, object is taken as existing and thought is taken as existing. And people do not, on such philosophies, they do not go beyond the thought. They only stay at the form, and the subtle form is the thought. And they only work at these two levels. But understand one thing in this creation, everything that we say life is a journey. Yeah? But journey to where? Journey to where? Can you ever draw a straight line? I'm asking. Can you draw a straight line? If you draw a straight line from this point, you can't see the curvature of the earth. Correct? But if you keep drawing it straight, after many years, you will end up at this point only. You understand? So, just like there is nothing called straight line, it's a circle. It's not a straight line. You are not able to see the curvature of the earth. It's not earth's fault, it is your fault. Lack of vision. Similarly, everything that has come, what you see as nature, this body has come out. It is made up of earth, water, fire, air, and space. Out of that, this body has come about. Eventually, it will go back to the body, to the five elements. To maintain these to try to perfect through yoga these five elements, you are beating around the bush or you are hitting in dark. You can never make the earth perfect. Nature of the earth is to have earthquakes, cracks. Somewhere now Africa is breaking. They are saying it is going to come and hit earth, India, and even higher mountains than Himalayas are going to be born. If you have read that the magnetic north pole of the earth has already shifted. So you can, that is the nature of matter. It will keep changing. And you are, if you are trying to make the earth, that is the body, perfect, you are going the wrong way. Trying to keep the earth, the air, I'm going to perfect pranayam, you are going the wrong way. You cannot perfect the pranayam. Because the nature of air is what? What is the nature of air? One is movement. Second is transparent. It has got no transparent quality. So nature of the air is movement. We'll just keep that one at the moment. So if its nature is movement, how you are going to perfect it? Just like you cannot get into a river and say, I have caught the river. By the time you say, I have caught the river has already changed. The waters have changed. Are you going to catch the air by holding it, by doing a kumbhak? Are you going to hold the air by doing a bahir kumbhak? See? So can we perfect pranayam? Yes, to certain level, at the relative level, we can be a adept at it. But is that going to guarantee immortality? Like our Sangde Maharaj, there is one person even today in India, his name is Barfani Baba. He's 350 years old. In last Kumbh Mela, 24 years ago, there was one great master by the name of Devra Baba. You heard of Devra Baba? He was 500 years old. And he left his body in Kumbh Mela. See? So there are masters. But eventually, the earth will go back to earth, complete circle. It came out of earth, the body will go back to earth. Nobody, including Sri Ram's body, including Sri Krishna's body, including Ravana's body, including Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu's body, whether it is Danav, whether it is Asur, whether it is God, if the form has manifested, its natural journey is to go back to its origin. Same way the water also, same way the fire also, same way the air also, same way. And actually, earth going back to earth, fire going back to fire, air going back to air is a goingless going. It's a journeyless journey. You understanding what I'm saying? It's a journeyless journey. Because now we have built these walls and we are saying that this is the space, and when these walls are broken, the space inside the room will go back to the outside, total space. Does something like that happen? Does the space travel from this room and become merged into the total space? Does something like this happen? So we have to remember these things. Similarly, we are feeling the air and we feel, oh, when I breathe out, it is going back into the total air. But it is already a part of the total air. We feel when the wave is merging back into the water, it is going back to the ocean. But it is already the ocean. So it is a mergingless merging. It is and therefore when you look at it from the absolute or the total point of view, there is no birth, there is no death, there is no perfection, there is no journey, there is no union. Why? Because all these words that they are indicating is already attained, is already you. Is already you. Only believing that we are, if you believe that you are crystallized as an individual, then some imaginary thing comes that I have to traverse a journey, that I have to merge, that I have to unite, that I have to perfect. And why all these thoughts are coming? Because you are not accepting that you are already perfect. Krishna, from the time of birth, had no doubt that he was perfect. And therefore, the potentiality throughout his life, you see what great feats he could achieve as a grown up. From childhood, he kept all the challenges kept coming to him, and he kept overcoming all the challenges. I think we never get those challenges in life as much as Sri Krishna got in his life. You see? But where did the strength come? Our child cries. We cry. Oh, frozen shoulder. Oh, this knee. Oh, that thing. I am not able to stretch. I am not able to do that. Okay, it is okay. It's like earth saying, I don't know why I got a boil on me. It is called Himalaya. Please, someone help me. Cut it down. Put some Dettol. I need some. But that is the nature of the earth. People say, I want to, the thoughts are troubling me too much. Someone help me, someone touch me, someone, make me free from these thoughts. Can you become free of anything in life? If here in this, today we are here, there is day, I want only day. Is it possible? That night should not come. If we say there is good and bad in life, I say, oh, I only want good, and bad should never come to me. Is it possible? Because life is a pair of opposites. Where there is day, there is night. Where there is up, there is down. There is back, there is front. There is inside, there is outside. Where there is like, there is dislike. So to have this type of disposition in our mind that I only want good in life and I don't want to be touched by the bad, you are going the wrong way in life. You are going the wrong way in life. It is not possible. It is not possible. Then what is the solution? We are looking for perfection. We want to be free of all. We want to be free of all. Basically what? We want to be free of all opposites. And where do the opposites appear for you? You may say they are outside. They may say they are good emotions, bad emotions. But eventually all opposites are experienced in the mind. All opposites are experienced in the mind. And how does mind function? Huh? How does mind function? Thoughts. Mind functions with thoughts. And thoughts can never be only good. They will be good, they will be bad. They will be ugly. Good, bad and ugly. Movie dekho. Huh? So to run after only sattvic thoughts, how long? Right now you are young. We are getting old. But some of you are young and you can control. I have also done all this. But how long in your life can you control your thoughts? How long? Your body is going to age. Your stamina is going to decrease as you grow old. Your focus is going to waver as you grow old. Everything is going to break down. Physically, mentally. Then how are you going to complain at that time? Are we going to cry? That I did so much for God, I did so much puja, I did so much yoga, I did so much of pranayam, I did so much of samadhi abhyas. And why this is troubling me now? That day is going to come to you, me and everyone. Why I am saying that? Changde Maharaj. After 1400 years, he still had to face the same dilemma. And if you think that this dilemma is not going to come face to face in front of you, don't live in a fool's world. It is going to come. As much yoga, as much scriptures, as much sadhana you do, this dilemma is going to come to in front of you. Then what is the solution out of it? So first we have to recognize that everything in this creation is a circle. Everything comes out of a source only to go back to the source. Everything. Whether you take the Chatur Yugas, whether you take the 5 elements out of which this body is made, whether you take the seasons, whether you take the day and night, everything is coming and going, coming and going, coming and going, coming and... So, now, if that is what you are observing out there in the world, same thing you observe within you also. Now, here, yoga helps you to bring that to our cognition. That where the breath is beginning, there alone it goes and concludes. Where the thought is beginning, there alone the thought goes and concludes. So where did the thought come from? Did it come from outside? No. So it came from the mind. It stayed in mind and it went back to the mind. Just like the wave came out of the waters or ocean and stayed in the waters or ocean and went back to the waters and ocean. And we also know one more point, that that wave was already the water and the ocean. So can we come to this conclusion that in spite of all these practices, every thought that is appearing in my mind, every breath that is appearing in my mind, this body is also a thought in my mind. Correct? That thought has come out of consciousness, is staying in consciousness and goes back to consciousness. Can I accept that? If I accept that, the transformation will be here and now without a journey. Till you don't accept it, then journey is created. If you accept that even every thought, every blink, every form, every hunger, every thirst, every breath, every moment that is passing by is perfect, and that can be cognized, discovered only in the here and now. You cannot discover this in the past. You cannot come to this realization in the future. It is only in the here and now. In this moment. And that's where the transformation is. That's where the acceptance is. That's where in bhakti, that's where the surrender is. Surrender is going beyond thoughts. How do you go beyond thoughts? Between the two thoughts. That is called going beyond the breath. How do you go beyond the breath? Between the two breaths. For that, do you need to stop the breath? I'm being the devil's advocate here. Do you need to stop the breath to go beyond the breath? Do you need to stop the thought to go beyond the thought? Why you are nodding your head?
It's coming and going.
That is true.
Put any effort.
So do you need to stop? My question is, do you need to stop the thought or the breath? In other words, does a seeker need to commit suicide? If his attention is on the body is becoming too much problem. I'm going to kill this body. The breath is becoming too much problem. Where there is breath, there are thoughts. I'm going to kill the breath. Kumbhak. The thoughts are too much. I'm going to kill the thoughts. Take drugs, take alcohol. This is what the society is doing, isn't it? Because they have not worked out that they are already perfect. The body is troubling them, the speech is troubling them, what they see, hear, touch, taste, senses are troubling them because continuously the data is coming in. The breath is troubling them because what does breath produce? scriptures say the quality of the breath is hunger and thirst. So the more the breath, more hunger, more thirst. And I don't want it, I don't want it. And same way with mind, we are all Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya. These are only 6, but many tentacles of that. And I'm troubled by the mind. Meaning, I'm troubled by the thoughts. Do I need to kill the thoughts in order to go beyond the thoughts? I'm asking you why. Why do you nod? No. What other solution do you have?
Tame the thoughts.
I?
Tame the thoughts.
But nature of the mind is to have thoughts. It is eventually going to keep throwing up thoughts. The more, क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में? नजर हटी दुर्घटना घटी. So are you going to be able to maintain the alertness and vigilance towards the thoughts 24/7?
By tying up to a goal or focus of a purpose.
But what did we say? When you tie up to a goal or you take a direction, it ends up in a circle. तो पहुंचे कहाँ? This is what the Buddhism is. Today's Buddhism is practicing this. Every Dalai Lama dies, they search for another Dalai Lama by showing him the same. And every Rinpoche dies, if the child recognizes 4-5 things of that Rinpoche, then he is the incarnation. Complete circle. तो फिर salvation कहाँ है? Enlightenment कहाँ है? Nirvana कहाँ है? So my question again is to you all. Do you need to kill the thoughts in order to go beyond the thoughts?
Maybe realization of presence.
What do you explain?
Maybe because the thoughts already gone is gone, and if you realize this is present moment, and the future is, the thoughts which are going to come.
If you realize this is the present moment, the present moment is also a thought. And the moment you say it is present, then past and future come automatically.
Yes.
The only solution that Jnandev Maharaj says in his Amrit Anubhav, or Bhagavad Gita says, or the Upanishad say, is to recognize that which is temporary as temporary, is to go beyond it. Example, I'll tell you. I'm not just going to leave you like that. You see the outside, you see the blueness of the sky. You all know sky is colorless, isn't it? But what are you seeing right now? Blueness. Do you try to make that blueness? Do you wish that the sky should be always blue? You know that is the color of the sky. According to the weather circumstance, it will change. And you know sky is colorless. You don't try to own, you don't want to desire the blueness, isn't it? You see a rainbow, you enjoy the rainbow, oh beautiful, but you never try to possess the rainbow. You know, under certain circumstances that rainbow has come about and eventually it will go away. So what is that? What is this coming? The conclusion? Recognizing the temporariness as temporariness. Correct? You understand what I'm saying? Now find out what is temporary in your life.
Sure, but first you'll have to unlock your device.
Yes. Absolutely correct. You have to unlock the device. She heard me. See? For sure. You have to unlock your device. We are on the process of unlocking. Huh? So to recognize the temporary as temporary, what are we trying to do? We are trying to interact with the temporary and expecting it to remain permanent. I want, the body is temporary. Every day it is changing. Every moment it is changing. Dr. Hegde says from Karnataka, every 6 months it is changing. Huh? And expecting that this body must remain healthy as it was at 17, 18 years old is an impossibility. You can stretch it, but eventually it will catch up. To expect that to be an extremist is very easy. Extremism is now Navratri is coming na, कब शुरू हो रही है पता नहीं, next week sometime, हाँ? 3rd October, हाँ, तो 3rd से शुरू हो रहा है. Many people on this planet among the Hindus will be going on a 9-day strike, not eat at all.
Yes.
And they lose the weight, and they will become irritable, and they will think they are meditating, they are doing it for the goddess. Many people are not doing it for the right reasons, but in the end, it is extremism. But tell the same person, hey, yes, you can do it, fantastic. Can you eat only half a chapati in the breakfast, half a chapati in the lunch, and half a chapati in the evening, and live like that for 12 months of the year, 365 days? They cannot. Extremism is easy. See? The same way for us to accept, to have no thoughts is very easy. Go to sleep, no thoughts. Every night it is happening. It's not a suicide, it's a temporary suicide, but it is happening of its own accord. You're exhausting. See? Some people take it literally and they overdrug themselves and they lose their life. Or they become addicts because what everyone is wanting in life, empty mind. Everyone is wanting empty mind. The Britishers come home, they take a bottle of beer or a scotch on the rocks. Why? To calm down their mind after coming back home. We watch TV also for calming our mind, but unknowingly we are putting unwanted data into the mind.
I'm curious now. Then what is karma?
No, that will come later.
Okay.
You ask me another time, not right now. In short, so that you don't remain thinking of that while I'm talking, karma is the ego thinking that it is performing action. Are you? So it's karma is like ownership of action, right? So if I am speaking, I am performing a karma right now. But am I creating hunger or hunger happens? Am I blinking my eyes or blinking happens? Am I breathing or breathing is happening? Am I growing in age or the age is happening? So where is the question of I in all this? When I take the body and I attach the I to it, and I want to perfect the body, then it is called asanas. When I take the breath and attach the I to it and want to perfect the breath, which can never be perfected, is called pranayam. When I take the I and these are my thoughts and I have to do something, then it is called क्या है वो second sutra? Chitta vritti nirodha I want to do. But it is not possible. The moment you do chitta vritti, after some time again thoughts will come and fill up your mind. How long are you going to do it? But as long as you associate, you establish, you insist, when your attention is on the I gets attached to the bhav, it becomes bhakti. When the I get attached to the intellect, it becomes jnana. That I have to know. I have to surrender. Nobody till today has been able to surrender. Surrender happens. Just like sleep happens. Nobody has been able to gain knowledge till today. Knowledge happens. Why? Because you are the knowledge incarnate. Just not knowing it. Jnaneshwar Maharaj says, ignorance is not darkness. Ignorance is incomplete knowledge. So how do you increase your complete the knowledge? By accepting that you are that. Not by reading books, not by doing anything, just accepting. There are more Mahatmas in India who have never studied scriptures. Those who have studied scriptures are very few among the sannyasi community. But if you take very popular, you take Shirdi Sai Baba, never studied scriptures. You take Ammachi, Mata Amritanandma, you know, you heard? She has never studied scriptures. She didn't even go to school. Only till 6th, 7th she went. Then, do you know about Bhagwan Ramana Maharishi? He never studied scriptures. He perfected himself and then he studied scriptures to see what the scriptures are writing about him. See, you take Meher Baba, you take Neem Karoli Baba, you take Anand Mahima. None of them studied scripture. You take Paramahamsa Yoga, Ramakrishna Paramahams. He was a pujari, he did not study scriptures. Only his devotion to the mother brought him all the knowledge. Nisargadatta Maharaj, you have heard of Nisargadatta Maharaj? I am that. Living in one kholi, he was having a one khoka out of which he used to sell cigarettes and pan. Studied only till 8th standard. One day he went to Ramakrishna mission and heard Keno Upanishad. There it was told, Tattvamasi, you are that. And he went and asked the Swami, what do you mean? He says, how do I know? He says, the day you know that you are, when this comes from within, that I am that, then you have completed then you are complete. He went back home. That day only he went back home, locked himself in the one kholi, told the son, you have studied enough till year 11, now you take care of the cigarette shop. Locked himself up for 2 years. 2 years later, a realized master came out. All he did was, I am that, I am that, I am that. My teacher said, you are that, I am that. Which one am I? Am I the body I, or am I the breath I? Am I the mind I? Am I the I, or am I the infinite I? God I, or am I beyond that? See, 2 years later, for an uneducated fellow, we are all educated, so we are corrupted. To get out of that. So here, the scripture, the master in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, as we are looking at it, those people who believe that they have to go to heaven after death, and from heaven again we are going to be born again because of our karmas, and then we have to keep doing. Now your karma comes. That we have to keep doing the good karma so that we can always only go to heaven, never to hell, and from heaven again we will be popped back onto the earth, and again we have to do the karmas, and this is again becomes an incessant cycle. Where is the escape from this? Where is the completion in this? So this theory cannot last. It cannot grab our imagination. Initially it is good. Initially this karma theory is good, but our scriptures say it is only a working theory. There is nothing called karma. Yesterday only in the family with whom I am staying, she said, Swamiji, it is हमारा भाग्य. हमारा भाग्य. तो हमने कहा भाग्य क्या होता है भैया? Everything is His grace. Stop saying, because if I say it is because of my good deeds that I am interested in yoga. It is because of my good deeds that I have got a good satsangi people. It is because of my good deeds that I came to UK. It is because of my good deeds that my health is good. It is meaning you are reinforcing your ego. I did the karma and therefore I have got good results. I has not gone. I has not got transformed. I has not become expanded. It is still stuck in the teeny-meeny identity that it has created for itself. See? We have to break through this. So what is spirituality? What is yoga? If I want to put it in other words, is it freedom of I or is it freedom from I? It is freedom from I. And just like we have become free from the blueness of the sky, we can look at it, we can appreciate it, but we never feel like owning it. Same way with the the waves. We never feel like owning the waves, but we want to own the ornaments. So we become miserable if they get stolen. Isn't it? We don't become miserable if the waves are going past us because we have not had the feeling of ownership in it. If we have the ownership of our body, our age, then we become miserable. अरे मेरे को अंकल बोल दिया, मेरे को ग्रैंडपा बोल दिया, क्योंकि ownership आ गई. The ownership has come into it. So the game is do your practices, no doubt, but don't forget the goal. You have to accept the temporary as temporary. That is freedom. You have to accept that you are perfect incarnate. You are of the nature of perfection. So we do these two things. Accept phenomena as a phenomena. So you do it. You know day and night is a phenomena. You accept, you don't cry about it. When winter comes, days are small, nights are long. When the summer comes, days are long, nights are small. You accept it. But do you ever say, why does sun come and not, why does the sun not come and go? No, you know it is permanent. Even though you see it, sun, there is a sunset and sunrise, you know it is permanent, isn't it? And you know the day and night is ephemeral. The day and night is a phenomena. The day and night comes and goes. So what has happened now? You are seeing the phenomena of setting sun and rising sun, but you know it is only a phenomena. Sun never sets and never rises. Now apply that principle on yourself. Apply that on yourself. Who is the sun within you? Is it something that you can interact with, or you are the sun? In whose light is the body being seen? In whose light is the breath being observed? In whose light which is illuminating the thoughts in the mind? In whose light do I come to know that there is waking happening, dream happening, sleep happening? Who knows? Waking, dream and deep sleep and samadhi, these are phenomena, because they are anything that comes and goes is phenomena. So who knows? I know. Who is this I? The unchanging principle. The moment you get affected by phenomena, you crystallize. Affected means you have given it value, you have given it importance. When you give importance to the permanent principle, the observer, knowing that it is permanent, knowing that it is complete, and at the same time not succumbing to the phenomena. This is the way the wise masters live in this creation. And towards this, now, as the Patanjali Yoga Sutra talks about how to, so we have to come out of this cyclical life that we have set for ourselves. Look at yourself. Every day morning you get up, where I am staying, 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock he gets up. 6 o'clock he catches the train. 6:40 he is at work. 7 o'clock he starts. Finishes at 5 o'clock, comes back, takes children to tuition. It must be your whole story also. Huh? Okay, no, I am not a grahastha, I am a brahmachari. I am a sadhaka. Every morning I get up, I do my puja, I do my lighting the lamp, I take the shower, I do this, I do that. Again, it is a cycle every day. Discipline is good, no doubt. But initially discipline is required, because you are not accepting you are perfect. So in order to allow the perfection to reveal itself, we have to, either we can be lost in the journey, that I have to reach somewhere, I have to attain the union, I have to surrender by taking the name of the Lord. And is there a guarantee? I don't know. But there is one guarantee. If I put attention on my consciousness and accept that this consciousness is perfect in essence, and till it doesn't reveal completely, I'll keep doing the various disciplines. That will be a smarter way. Allow the mind or the nature to go through its cycle. The phenomena is going on, but you stand apart from the phenomena and accept yourself as independent of phenomena. Because you are the one who's illuminating the thoughts, you are the one who's illuminating the breath, you are the ones who are illuminating the body. And body, breath, mind, thoughts, concepts, they are all phenomena coming and going. You've got one set of thoughts in the waking, you've got one set of thoughts in the dream, you've got no thoughts in the deep sleep. You've got one body in the waking, you've got another body in the dream, you've got no body in the sleep. Correct? Phenomena changing. You don't have the same body in the dream. Think a little bit out of the box. Why we should think about? Because masters have said so. Because scriptures talk about it. And to push you in that direction, then the Patanjali Yoga Sutra will begin, so that we break this cyclical life that we are caught up in. And that when that circle becomes faster and faster, you do this experiment in your life or today in your room. You go round and round in one place. Keep rotating. घूमते रहो, घूमते रहो. क्या होता है जब रुक जाते हैं? What happens? Huh? He says fall down. Okay. So you may not fall down. If you do only 5 rounds and then stop, you will not fall down. But what will be your experience? That the world is still going around. Correct? So you have stopped, but the world is still going around. World will not stop for you. That is its nature. So a realized master also experiences the waking dream, deep sleep, samadhi. He also experiences the breath coming in, going out. He also experiences the thoughts and emotions, but he doesn't get affected by them. We give value to them, we give importance to them, therefore we get affected by them, and then we complain. And then we get caught up in a cycle of complaint. And what is the solution for that? I have to get out of this cycle. And in that cycle, again, we have chosen those paths without complete understanding, which are taking us again back into another cycle, maybe a bigger cycle. That biggest cycle is Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. They are also cycle. In every cycle of creation, Brahmaji the creator, Vishnu the maintainer, and Shiva the destroyer, they appear, and when the Brahmaji goes to sleep, all three also become unmanifest. Then again, after one kalpa, they again come back out when Brahmaji is born. And this way it goes on. So we want to break through this whole cycle of the circle. We want to be the center. We want to be the center. We don't want to be the circumference. When you are the center, then wherever you are, there the whole world is. Because you're complete. And to break this cycle, now Patanjali Yoga Sutra begins the instructions. In the first few 3 verses, he will give you the final answer. In first 3 sutras, he will give you the complete answer of breaking the cycle and recognizing who you are. But as we are intelligent, more intelligent than Patanjali Maharaj. So we are not satisfied with the simple answers and straightforward answer, so we will question. But how this and how that, and then slowly. Otherwise, the entire Patanjali Sutra in first 3 verses is complete. You don't need the 4th sutra you don't need. But Patanjali Sutra, 560-70 sutras are there. Why they are going all the way till there? Because we didn't get the first 3 sutras. So we'll delve into the first sutra in our next class. ॐ पूर्णमदा पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. Just sit quietly for a moment, just few moments, and bring your attention to the unchanging principle within you, which is not coming and going. Hari Om.